Welcome back to Bits of an Artist's Life. This is Sandy. I am bringing you something that you guys have asked for a long time. You've been asking me to do some kind of a workshop, some kind of online workshop, and I'm doing it. It's going to be next spring. I have a little infomercial kind of video that goes in depth about the subject that I'm going to be doing, so I want to play that for you, and then we're going to come back here and I'll give you more of the details of when, how much, when signups start. Actually, I want to go on and just say, I'm going to say it twice so you don't miss it. You cannot register for this class until Wednesday, December 1st of 2021. December 1st is when registration opens, so we're just a few days away from registration opening. So you can't register yet. Do you get that? Is that loud and clear? It is going to be a workshop on still life. The title of the workshop is Tackling Issue Areas in Still Life. So let me just play this video that's going to tell more in depth about what the workshop's going to be. And then, like I said, we'll get back here and I'll share some more of the nitty-gritty details. I am Sandi Hester, and I am excited that you are interested in this workshop. The workshop is titled Tackling Issue Areas in Still Life. I have found over the years that I struggled consistently with these same areas, and I found that others struggled with that too. I post weekly videos up on a YouTube channel, so I get a lot of feedback from other artists, so I know what things we struggle with as artists, and I found that I was not alone with the areas I struggled with. So in this workshop, we're going to tackle 3 different issue areas. We're going to tackle flowers and foliage. I'm going to share all my tips with painting flowers. I think people focus on the flowers, but the greenery is just as important and can be harder to paint sometimes than the actual flowers. So I want to share with you my tips, not only in how to paint the actual subject, but I want to share with you my color tips. And sometimes we think just color mixing or the actual subject is the hard part, but there's a lot of things with even the edges that are important to know as you're painting these things. We're also going to deal with pattern. I struggled for years with painting pattern. For some reason, I just could not do it. And then I guess maybe because I practiced and practiced, it was like out of nowhere, I could just do pattern really well. And I am obsessed with it and I love to paint it. So I want to share with you my tips on how to incorporate pattern, how to paint complex patterns. I want to share with you too my tips on like edges. There's just a lot of things that I want to share with you that have to do with still being able to paint a pattern very loose, even though it may be very detailed and have a lot of intricacy to it. How can you still render that in a way that is painterly and loose? And thirdly, we're going to deal with the background. A lot of us struggle with the background. Because it's not the star of the show, we can just slap it in, we can give hardly any thought to it, but it supports the show. So it's not the focal point, but it supports the focal point. So what you do with the background is very important. I want to share with you my tips on how to do a very simple background, but also how to incorporate maybe some things that you wouldn't think about with landscape and other things that you can sneak in a background that maybe you're not great at. So it doesn't need to be the focal point, but it can still be in your painting. So I want to share with you also how you can do a very complex background and integrate things like landscape and interior in your backgrounds. What I want to do in this workshop each day is ease us into a still life. So we're going to kind of slip into it like we're getting into a warm bath, just nice and slow. So each day we're going to have little warm-ups that will help us start off the day loose and just get us warmed up. And we're going to be doing timed exercises on a specific focal point of that day. In the workshop, we're going to work towards a final finished still life painting. Each day I will end with giving you some of my top painting tips from color mixing, tips on edges, and everything in between. Make sure to check out the supply list because I have some links down there with some cheap paper that I found that is excellent, and I don't want you to miss those links. Also, this is a workshop for anyone, no matter what medium you use. So anything from even just drawing to gouache to acrylic to oils to markers, whatever you want to use, you can use in this workshop. So it is not limited to a certain medium. I want you to use supplies in this workshop that either you have if you're on a tight budget, but most importantly, I want you to use supplies that you are comfortable with. So maybe there's some things on the supply list that you're excited about, but you've not ever tried. Save that for another time to try. Use things in this workshop that you're comfortable with. We're already going to be tackling areas that we feel uncomfortable with possibly. So I want you to feel comfortable with the supplies. So I hope you will join me this spring for tackling issue areas in our still life. If you'd like to find out more about me, you can check out my website at sandihester.com. On my website, you'll find paintings for sale. You'll find older paintings, newer paintings. You can see some of my sketchbook work, my studio, podcasts that I've been on, and then you could also find me on Instagram at Sandi Hester Art. I post quite regularly there, and I post almost daily in the stories. Basically a mini version of my YouTube channel is in the stories daily. And then my YouTube channel is called Bits of an Artist's Life, and I post weekly videos there from everything from art supply hauls to painting tips, just you name it, studio life, just life of an artist is found there on my YouTube channel. So I hope to see you over in some of those spaces. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the spring workshop. Okay, I hope that makes you want to sign up for the class. It is a limited amount of people. It's only 30. Emily, who runs the school, has said that if there's enough people that sign up, like she's got an overflow list, and if we have enough people, then we'll do a second class for you guys. So don't freak out. Don't freak out. Just let Emily know if the class fills up that you do want to take it. She'll get all your contact information, and we'll see if we have enough people to do a take 2 of the class. So the class is going to be through Pen Studio School of Art. I'm going to have the link to Emily's school below, so you can go there. December 1st will be all the information up for registration for the class. That's when you can sign up. I don't know what time. I know some of you guys are going to ask me what time. I don't know. It's going to be a 3-day workshop spread over 3 weeks. I hope that doesn't sound confusing. It feels confusing to say it. So basically we're going to meet on Tuesday mornings, 9 to 11:30 Central Time. So that may be your evening, depending on where you are in the world. My mornings from 9 to 11:30, 3 Tuesday mornings in a row. We're going to meet and tackle these issue areas. The class is going to be $225, and each day we will meet for 2.5 hours. probably end up being just a little bit more than that too, if I know me. There's going to be demonstrations. There's going to be time for you to ask questions. There's going to be an opportunity for you to share your work and for me to critique it. It's going to be jam-packed. It will be well worth $225. I'm going to tell you that. The dates are this. March 29th is when the class starts. And so the class will be March 29th, April 5th, and April 12th. Those are the 3 weeks in a row. So it'll be in the spring of 2022. Let me know if you have any questions. And also let me know if you're thinking about signing up for it. I'm excited. I feel a little overwhelmed, to be honest. I've not done this and it feels like a ton of work, but I know it will be worth it. And it's a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to say to you guys and share with you guys. I just hadn't been pressed to really put the information down in a concise way. So that's what I'm doing. Emily reached out to me months ago and asked me to do a class for her school. And I was like, I don't know, Canna, that feels overwhelming to do an online workshop. But Emily has got the most amazing school and she is like on it. After having a conversation with her, I was like, yes, I can do this because Emily's going to help me and her team. So she talked me into it. And I knew immediately what I wanted to do it on was still lifes. That's where I feel like where I feel really accomplished at and feel like I've got a good handle on still lifes and what issues people have with still lifes. If you're not interested in this course, go check out Emily's school because she has massive amounts of classes. She has amazing teachers. In fact, when I first went to her school online and checked it out, I got really intimidated. I was like, why is she asking me? Has she looked at my stuff? Because these teachers and artists seemed much more accomplished than me. But she assured me I was accomplished enough. I mean, she's got the gamut from printmaking, every medium that you can even imagine. She's got there and she has got top-notch teachers. She's really doing a great job with this school and I feel really honored and proud to be teaching at her school and to be one of her faculty. I can't believe I'm on the faculty, but I am and I'm proud to be. All right, that is it, guys. I mean, here we go, jumping into workshop land. I'm as equally as excited as I am nervous. That's what we got for this week, guys. So I will see you back here next week as always. Bye, guys.